What's up everyone, this is Astrozerg from YGG Gaming bringing you a video that's a little bit different from what I usually do. And now, basically this video is just going to cover my thoughts on what should be added or taken away from competitive mode in Overwatch and things of the like. So let me know in the comments below throughout the video whether you agree or disagree with the things I say, and tell me why. So let's get right into it. So the first thing that I have noticed is that a lot of people, they throw, they rage quit, they do all kinds of things. And one of the things I feel that should happen is there should be some kind of system where if it's a 5v6 and because someone left or something like that, then the game should not punish the losing team as harshly because it was a 5v6, and I feel like there should be some kind of compensation in a decrease in SR or decrease in SR loss or something of that sort. Now, of course, that could get a little iffy because then it's the other team could be like, well, we beat them. They should lose like 25 SR as opposed to losing just like 15 or 20. At the same time, the winning team would still get the same amount of SR. And another thing with that is I feel that when a team loses their game because somebody's throwing or someone's just not, literally just isn't playing the game, something like that, then there should be certain consequences for them. Like say if someone leaves the game because they're throwing or because they don't want to be in the game anymore, then obviously there's the system where you lose 50 SR and you're banned for 10 minutes. The only problem with this is that if someone disconnects and is not able to get back into the game, this is where that becomes a problem, because now you've lost 50 SR and you can't play for 10 more minutes. So this creates a very big issue, which is why I feel like there should be a penalty when you hit the leave button. And in this instance, if you hit the leave button, then it triggers the 50 SR. Now, or even like something of that sort, as opposed to actually getting disconnected and not being able to rejoin, because there's a difference. One is accidental or not on purpose, and the other one is purposely throwing the game where they should be punished. So that's just another idea. Of course, there's always flaws with it, because, I mean, if you have that system, then you would be able to inflict the team getting less SR loss because of that person. Because if one person disconnects, the team doesn't lose as much SR if the person isn't able to rejoin. So it's just a few technicalities. Obviously, maybe it's not necessarily completely viable, but it's just an option thrown out there. Another thing that could definitely help competitive mode is if you had some kind of way of, I guess, having a, I don't know how Blizzard would work it, but just a way to make it so that you had to talk in team chats, something like that, just so that people actually spoke in team chat and you didn't get dead team chats, dead competitive teams, but maybe some sort of, I don't really know, because it might just come down to the game and just people as a whole, but just making it some way, there just needs to be some way so that people actually are going to talk if they're going to play in competitive, as opposed to like, oh, I'm going to go play in comp, but not talk. And that's a big issue with lower levels, because when people don't talk, you have no communication, no way of comboing, which is very important, and you just kind of, you run out of steam and you're not really able to win. But I mean, that's also just a product of the people that play Overwatch, and you really can't control that all the time. Another thing is just ensuring that because there's a lot of salt and losing and stuff, and there's a lot of people that talk in team chat, but they say not nice things, and I feel like this could be resolved in many ways. I know that there was talk about the when the voice chat hears such obscenities and things like that, then the person gets banned. But I feel like there needs to definitely be a better reporting system where I don't know, maybe you actually have to have proof if you're going to send a report, so that every single report gets looked at but there are less reports, so that only the real issues are actually reported to Blizzard, so that they're reviewed, every single one of them, in order to make sure that the game is a healthier playing environment, as well as just the community itself, because there are quite a few issues, and it's not good. So yeah, there are definitely plenty of ways that this could be fixed. Not necessarily all of them are viable, but just ideas again. Another thing would just be to make sure that if you are put on a team with somebody who's throwing or someone who's salty, just don't embrace their side of their attitude. Just play your game. I mean, just advice to anybody who's dealing with that kind of thing. Just make sure that if you're playing with somebody who's going to be salty or going to throw, don't let that affect you. Just keep playing your game. You can still win a 5v6. It's possible. Is it the best thing? No, but you can still win it. So just make sure that you stay focused on the game, stay focused on winning, so that other people don't ruin your gaming experience to the best of your ability. And just have fun, because I know there's also a lot of issues about people picking non-viable, in quotations, non-viable characters, I guess you could say. And that's also another problem. Like, oh, why are you playing Hanzo? Hanzo's not good. But I mean, you can't deal with not everything in Overwatch. You can deal with some of it's going to be just that person. So just make sure that if you're dealing with someone like that, you just ignore them. I mean, if you aren't playing well, then that's a different story. But if you're playing well and you know you are, then just do you. Because if somebody doesn't like that, then that's their fault, and you just move on. And if you win the game, there you go. But yeah, I mean, I feel like competitive just full of people who are trying to win so much that it just clouds their vision on what's really important. So those are just a few issues. Let me guys know what you think of that kind of, I guess you could say, a deeper connection to the game itself. There's plenty of things that go on in the community with the forums, all that stuff. Just make sure that if you're put with a team with throwers, then you got the next game. Competitive points and rank SR and all that stuff. It's just a game. So that's the thing that doesn't really make sense to me. And if you guys have any way of answering or any idea, let me know right now. Why is it that people throw? Why do people leave the game just because they don't like their team? Because if you leave the game, you're losing 50 SR. You're losing double the amount of SR you would have if you just stayed through the rest of the 5-10 minutes of the game. And you can't play for another 10 minutes, so it's kind of pointless to leave, in my opinion. If you guys understand that, just please let me know, because I'm really confused. But I feel like just in general, the community is still growing and still finding out who we are as a whole. And if you guys can help me with some of these questions, or help me with some of this advice. I have posted on the forums a few of these ideas, but I decided to bring them to light in front of my YouTube audience just to make it a little more clear. But it is very curious to me, or it's very intriguing to me, just to see the way that Overwatch is expanding, especially with their 1-year anniversary coming up very soon. And I'll make sure I post videos about that, guys, just in the near future. But again, these are just some of my ideas off the top of my chest, or whatever you want to call it, just to bring to light. Another thing, let me know, guys. That's pretty much all of the deeper stuff. But now that we're talking about Overwatch, then let me guys know in the comments, what is your favorite character to play? What is your SR? Stuff like that, just so that I get to know what you guys like to play, what you guys want to see more of. Obviously, I'm not very, as you can see in this video, I'm not very good with many of the characters, but you know, this is quick play, so who really cares? And so yeah, just let me know what you guys want to see more of, what you guys play a lot, just so I can know. I'm around 2,400 as my season high, and that's pretty good to me. But of course, there have been a lot of issues with throwers and stuff like that throughout my climb, which is why I wanted to make videos like this. So just let me know what you guys think, and we'll just see what happens in the next season. Because I'm very curious to see the new heroes, the new skins, and I'll make a video or actually a few videos on the new skins, on the new heroes, what's viable, what's not viable. Because again, everything, you can play any hero you want, but not every hero is as good in each season, which I think is very interesting. We went from the tank meta to the, I guess you could say, the mobility meta that we're in right now, and we'll see if that changes with the new season coming out. I'm hoping it doesn't change too much, just because sudden changes don't really go too well in Overwatch, as we have seen in the past, and it takes a while to become accustomed to. But that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like down below right now. Make sure you comment. Just let me know what you guys like, just so I know what to make more of, what to not to make more of. And please subscribe to see more videos that I'll be making in the future. I do have plenty of ideas, but I want to make sure I'm doing everything I can for you guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.